Hello everybody. It is Dr. Sasheen here. It's a Tuesday morning, and on Teaching Tuesday, I wanted to come in and talk to you about my new course that's launching in January, which is F.E.A.R to Freedom, F-E.A.R to Freedom, and tell you a little bit about that course, kind of what's behind it. This is going to be another one of those very short, but it's a Teaching Tuesday, and I wanted to break down one of the key components of the F.E.A.R course, and that is the word fear. So some of you may know that I have talked at length about the concept of fear and how debilitating it can be, and how it's the root of pretty much everything that we don't do. Procrastination, our desire not to make waves, our subsummation of what we want and what we need so that no one else will be discomforted or feel like they're not being appreciated because we're afraid of being left alone or abandoned, or feeling as though we aren't suitably appreciative for things that we didn't actually ask for. So because fear is such a huge part of the process of any normal relationship anyway, it gets even worse when relationships are going poorly and we start thinking about what can we do, what am I supposed to do. And one thing that happens that I want to talk about today is the paralysis of analysis. So especially when things are going poorly, what we tend to do is seek out information from a variety of sources in hopes that something, the connection's kind of up and down today, in hopes that something will give us the answer that we seek or that we need so that we can then move forward. The problem is we don't move forward because ultimately we don't have a system, we don't have a way in place to make sense of the decisions that we could be making, or more importantly, all the options that might be available to us, because not every option is good for us and not every option is necessary in the moment. And what F.E.A.R to Freedom is really a way to understand and make decisions about your life as you're going through a divorce, pre-divorce, in divorce, post-divorce, that allow you to make decisions not from places of fear and doubt and anxiety, but from places of freedom and focus to get to the life that you want. That's why it's called the holistic life, the holistic course to life after divorce, because we look at every aspect of life. But importantly, and again, the focus of this brief video, is the simple idea that when you're so afraid of so many possible permutations of a thing happening, you become paralyzed and you do nothing. And ultimately, nothing is what leads to your continual fear. So its cycle starts to just feed itself over and over and over again. So in F.E.A.R to Freedom, we work on that. We tackle the paralysis of analysis that people get into when they're facing some of these major decisions. And there's a process that I walk you through step by step to help you make sound, grounded decisions that actually work for you in your life, not Mary in her life or Joe in his life or Susie in her life, but you in your life. Because the one thing about there are two things about divorce that are true. They're highly personal, but they're also not. There are some processes that are just going to happen regardless, and understanding what you need to do to get through both sets of processes, the personal aspect to you, but the general aspect that's going to suck sometimes, is important. But what's also important is to make decisions about how you want your life to be on the other side. Because divorces don't last forever. They might feel like they do, but they don't. And because what you want is to get the life that you envision on the other side, what's important is to get rid of the block that paralysis analysis puts in front of you on the path to a more holistic and fulfilling life post-divorce. I'm not, I have to always be very careful, because people are like, well, you're rah-rahing in their relationships and you should be supporting people to stay in their marriage. It's $1 billion self-help industry and $1 billion marriage and family therapy industry. You don't need me to rah-rah your marriage for you. If you're watching this video and what you're looking for is a way to stay married, go back and look at any of the videos I talked about in terms of mindset and relationship. Go check out my YouTube channel. All of that information works if you want to stay married. Communication, sex, money, all of that information is still relevant if you're trying to save and repair. My point in F.E.A.R to Focus, or F.E.A.R to Freedom, is if you've reached the point where you understand that we're not saving and repairing the marriage, but what I'm trying to do is save and fix my life so that I can have something better on the other side, then that's what I'm talking about here. It will definitely work if you're trying to save your relationships, but the focus here is really getting away from the fear that prevents you from getting to the freedom that you want. So today's short topic on paralysis analysis, really, the influx of information is so overwhelming sometimes that you just don't know what to do. I find this to be very true, also very true when we are thinking about the number of things that we have to do just to prepare our lives for a divorce. Now, if you've only been married for a week, you don't need my class. But if you've got some time behind you and this is a turning point in your life, then you probably have a lot of things that you need to bust through and not sit on, so that you can begin to move forward in a way that is edifying, glorifying to your own soul and spirit, and also practically applicable to getting you to the life that you want. So F.E.A.R to Freedom opens in January. It's designed to be a cohort-driven course. It's 3 months in length. The pre-enrollment is open now. And I would like for you to, if you are interested, to send me an email at support@sashinmobley.com. This course is not for everyone. And I will say that though I might be a tough love coach, I'm also highly compassionate, and I've been there. I have been in the trenches. I know what it looks like when you are trying to figure out, what the hell do I do with this information? What is it that I can do? How can I get past the fear that I'm just going to fail at this because I failed at this? That is where I come in, and I truly believe that if I can do it, anyone can do it. So if you're interested in learning more about F.E.A.R to Freedom, I will be holding an information session on December 27th, right after Christmas. For those of you who are right in the midst of Hanukkah, for those of you who are celebrating, and for those of you who are not, December 27th, where I will be answering any questions that you might have. Look for it to pop up here on the Facebook page. Otherwise, if you are suffering from paralysis of analysis, here's what you need to begin to think about. What is the most important thing that you can do today, right now? What's the one step that will allow you to at least make an incremental move forward that doesn't feel as though it's a monumental decision that you have to live with for the rest of your life? Because part of the overwhelm of paralysis of analysis is that we think we have to make every decision right now, and all of them are important. They're not. Just decide to get up and brush your teeth. Decide to get up and wash your face. Switch toothpastes. Buy a new pair of shoes. Decide to put on lipstick. Decide to not wear lipstick. Decide to cut your hair. Decide to grow your hair. What can you decide in the moment that gets you moving forward, as opposed to sitting in a place of fear and paralysis? That's it for today. It's Dr. Sashin. Once again, contact me at support@sashinmobley.com if you're interested in joining the F.E.A.R to Freedom Holistic Course to Life After Divorce. Open enrollment, pre-enrollment is going on now. Hope to talk to you soon. We'll definitely talk to you tomorrow.